The Game Awards is an annual award show for video games that's ran since 2014. A jury and the public are invited to vote for their favourite games in several categories, including Game of the Year, with the winners of each being revealed on the show. The format generally pads out the lengthy runtime with sneak peeks at upcoming titles and some special guest appearances. So over the years, is it just a coincidence that many of these guests happen to be Muppets? In 2018, not a lot was going on with the Muppets, so it was perhaps an unexpected surprise to hear that Pepe the King Prawn would be a guest presenter for that year's Game Awards ceremony on the 7th of December. It was an interesting collaboration as there didn't seem to be any particular reason behind it. There were no Muppets games, but alas, there was Pepe on stage, cracking jokes with online personality Ninja, following the long-established trend of Muppets just popping up in other shows as any celebrity would. Between Shelfies and Fork Knife, it wasn't the Muppets' finest hour.
That's a good one, that's a good one. Oh, I'm gonna get some big V-Bucks for this, okay? That's a Fork Knife reference.
Did you say fork knife?
And the appearance was generally met with confusion from gamers. But nonetheless, the clip quickly circulated online due to its absurdity. And Pepe was of course puppeteered by Bill Beretta, which we'll come back to later on. The following year, in 2019, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker made an appearance, presenting the Games for Impact Award.
Please welcome two of the most innovative visionaries in the history of gaming, and just about everything else.
Bunsen introduces Beaker to demonstrate the new Muppets Labs VR supergluey goggles, which, as the name implies, become permanently attached to the user's face.
You can put them on, but you can't get them off.
The duo premieres the Untitled Beaker game, a parody of Untitled Goose Game that unfortunately isn't a real thing, featuring Beaker comedically shuffling around a village as opposed to the goose. But in a twist, the actual goose appears and pursues Beaker, before escaping into reality, in which he appears as a Muppet and snatches the awards envelope.
And the winner is... What are you doing outside the game? You just please, hey, give that back to me. Beaker, get him, Beaker. Oh, no, that's me, Beaker.
After Beaker successfully wrangles the goose, Bunsen finally reveals the winner of the award. This sketch was a vast improvement on the Muppets' first appearance on the show, serving as a nice crossover with an actual video game, which is made more entertaining by the whole Muppets Lab setup. Dave Goelz performed Bunsen and Bill Beretta took on the role of the Goose, whilst Peter Linz interestingly stood in for David Rudman as Beaker on this occasion. In 2020, the show went ahead despite the pandemic, but guests featured virtually due to the restrictions in place, one of whom happened to be none other than the Swedish Chef, who, unlike previous Muppet guests, wasn't there to present an award.
I think there's been a little bit of confusion, honestly.
No, it's for the win. Thank you for the shooty Cuban de Frugy, and for taking all the shooty Frugy from the scene.
Instead, the chef debuted a trailer for the game Overcooked All You Can Eat, announcing the chef's inclusion as a playable character in DLC. This third appearance in a row seemed to cement the Muppets as a newfound staple of the Game Awards, as they became increasingly involved with the video game aspect in each appearance. Though despite this, the 2021 ceremony featured no Muppets. Perhaps these were just one-off appearances after all. But what's this? The producer and host of the Game Awards, Geoff Keighley, pulled a reverse card and appeared in a Muppet production that year, making a cameo as Uncle Theodore, one of the singing busts in Muppets Haunted Mansion. As it turns out, these collaborations between Keighley and the Muppets keep happening as he and Bill Beretta, one of the core Muppet performers, are good friends.
Past 2 years, we've had like amazing Muppet moments at the show, and you're to thank for helping make that happen, Bill. So thank you.
Well, I don't know about that, but you thought about reaching out, and we connected, and you know, I don't like you that much, but I thought the guy needs a little help.
Answering the question of why the Muppets, of all things, have appeared so frequently at an award ceremony celebrating video games. Though not everyone seemed best pleased with this recurring crossover, so would 2020 be the last time we saw the Muppets at the Game Awards? Apparently not, as in 2022 this guy popped up. Animal appropriately presented the award for Best Score and Music. This appearance acted as a promotion of the Muppets Mayhem series on Disney+, whilst Animal reveals to presenter Geoff that he's been playing Elden Ring and wants to collaborate with Metal Gear creator Hideo Kojima.
I don't know if Mr. Kojima's going to be into that or not, but you never know.
Animal can hide in box.
When asked to pitch his own game, Animal reveals that he'd call it Animal Crossing, referencing a wide range of games in the space of about a minute.
I think that one's taken. The Nintendo lawyers might have some issues with that. But anyways, Animal, it's great to have you here at the Game Awards. Should we maybe give out an award now? What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, music, music!
Finally, when God of War Ragnarok took home the award, we got the pleasure of hearing Animal shout God of War. And finally, just a few days ago on the 2023 show, we got the pleasure of seeing Gonzo present the award for Best Independent Game.
The great Gonzo!
Oh, thank you. Hey, Geoff. It's great to be here. Hello, everybody.
I love that the Muppet guests seem to be more prominent characters each year, going from Pepe to Bunsen and Beaker, the Swedish Chef, Animal, and now Gonzo. I can see the likes of Fozzie, Piggy, and eventually Kermit showing up if this pattern persists. Anyway, this particular appearance made headlines as Gonzo revealed he'd been playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, specifically mentioning the Cuckoo mission, which requires the player to follow a chicken.
The objective is really, just follow the chicken. You don't have to ask me twice.
That's right, you do love your chickens. So I get that was your favorite part. What did you think of the ending?
Oh, I never get past that Cuckoo mission. I keep restarting to see if I can get a slower time.
Gonzo is then joined by Camilla to demonstrate his conspiracy board, adorned with various examples of chickens in gaming. These include those found in Minecraft, Crash Bandicoot in a chicken costume, and a post-it note reading, "Does anyone actually read this Oh. Although Gonzo's voice is recognisably that of Dave Goelz, this was actually pre-recorded, with Bill Beretta puppeteering to the existing dialogue. Following these more recent appearances, many have commented that the Muppet segments have become one of their favourite aspects of the show, and they anticipate a new one each year. This is pretty significant for the Muppets, I think, as having different characters appear on an annual live show as celebrities in their own right not only introduces them to an entirely new audience, but also takes them back to their roots of the Muppet Show. Short, snappy comedy sketches that resonate with the audience and feel relevant without going overboard and changing who the characters are. It reinforces the Muppets are more than just puppets on TV by treating them as living in our world, a phenomenon that's taken place over many years to great effect. The only negative responses I've seen point out that Gonzo's segment was longer than some of the acceptance speeches from winners of the Game Awards, as they're quickly prompted off the stage. Whilst I think that the awards should be the primary focus, and I can understand the criticism, there's no reason you couldn't have ample time dedicated to both if managed correctly, especially considering the Muppets' appearances seem to have been an unexpected hit with viewers of the Game Awards.
Wonderful! Congratulations!
Thank you to the Muppets.